It's morphin' time. Pterodactyl.
Hi there, this is Tata with Rangers of Wrestling, bringing you the It's Wrestling Time potion. For tonight, I'll be reviewing AEW Rampage and Friday Night Smackdown. But let's kick it off with AEW Rampage. Alright, so AEW Rampage kicked off with Adam Cole Bay versus Evil Uno. This was pretty much a Adam Cole dominating Evil Uno. And so Adam Cole was victorious, and it was at the end of the match that he cut a promo. He basically listed all the people that he's defeated thus far in AEW, and he was upset that he did lose to Orange Cassidy last week in the Lights Out match. But if you guys recall, though that loss does not count towards his record, he's still undefeated. So he says that we're going to see a new Adam Cole, a ruthless Adam Cole. He wants respect, and that people tend to forget who he is. He said he's traveled all over the world collecting championships, and it doesn't matter the brand, the promotion, the company, he's been champion, and the next thing he wants is to become AEW World Champion. Wow, that would actually be a good feud, Adam Cole versus Hangman Adam Page. I'm all for that feud, but I'm not sure. I think it might be too soon to do that. But Adam Cole is undefeated, so he might be next in line for that feud. So I'm really curious to see where this goes, and hopefully we do get that match. I'm sure it'll be a great match. All right. So then after that, we get the TNT Championship match. It was Sammy Navarra versus Isiah Kassidy. I have to say, this match, they made me believe. Actually, no. Andrade came out to cause a distraction. It didn't matter because Sammy still ended up victorious. Mark Quinn and Matt Hardy got involved. And then at the end, the AFHO surrounds Sammy Guevara. And then Darby Allin comes out and aligns himself, basically has Sammy's back. I'm curious to see where this is going to go. Andrade, I don't know what they're going to do with Andrade. Hopefully this leads to something. I'm not digging it though. I'm not digging the Andrade HFO thing. It was a good match between Sammy Navarra and Isiah Kassidy though. So then after that, we get Mercedes Martinez versus Thunder Rosa. This was a great match. I actually really enjoyed this match. Here's Thunder Rosa really taking it to Mercedes Martinez, sending her crashing into the barricade. I like the Avalanche Death Valley driver that Mercedes Martinez did to Thunder Rosa. But here's the thing. Mercedes Martinez getting herself disqualified by hitting Thunder Rosa with a pipe and getting and Thunder Rosa ended up victorious with that. So as we later learned backstage, Britt Baker actually hired Mercedes Martinez. She signed a check and Mark Sterling gave it. So I'm curious to see where this is going to lead. I don't know if Thunder Rosa is Britt Baker's next competitor, but I will say this. I mean, it's been a while since they interacted. I mean, maybe she wants to take her out before they interact again, but I don't know why they did that angle when, like I said, Britt Baker and Thunder Rosa haven't interacted in a while. Unless, like I said, the only explanation would be that that Britt knows Thunder Rosa's next in line for her championship. But either way, it was an effective way to use the DQ. So then in the main event, we get the FTW Championship match. It's Ricky Starks versus Jay Lethal. This was a good match. I honestly thought Jay Lethal was going to win. So props to AEW for making me believe that Jay Lethal might win. But no, Ricky Starks was victorious. Of course, Powerhouse Hobbs got involved in this. He tried to get involved multiple times. Dante Martin took him out at the end, but it was in vain because, like I said, Ricky Starks ended up being victorious. Steve Callahan saying main event was good. I agree, main event was good. So I'm just going to wait to rank where this stands against SmackDown. But so with that being said, it was a good show. Good Rampage. Good Rampage. I liked it better than I did SmackDown, that's for sure. But I'll rank both shows at the end. Steve Callahan, AEW is 6 out of 10. Really, 6 out of 10? I don't blame you. I just feel like this Rampage wasn't as strong as, previously. So, but now I'm going to review everyone's favorite show of a Friday show, Friday Night Smackdown. Oh boy, we got a lot to talk about when it comes to Smackdown, that's for sure. All right, so Smackdown started off strong. It was a Bloodline segment. Paul Heyman saying that he's a special counselor to the tribal chief. Boo. Steve Callahan saying Rampage was all right. Steve Callahan saying boo Smackdown. He said that Lesnar, that I apologize for the honking outside. He says that Lesnar wants to challenge Roman and that he made the decision not to protect Roman from Lesnar, but to protect Lesnar from Roman. So this is interesting. Very interesting way to kick off SmackDown, I would say. Paul Heyman says there's not going to be a title match and that he acknowledges Roman Reigns as their tribal chief. And then guess who comes out? None other than Goldberg, or some people call him Oldberg. He comes out and he says that he acknowledges Reigns as his next victim. And so he wants to basically fight Roman Reigns at the Elimination Chamber for the Universal title. And I feel like it's kind of, I'm hoping the match is good. I don't want to get my hopes too high up, but we know this match is pointless because we all know Roman Reigns is going to win. Then we had Ricochet versus Rich Holland. It was an okay match. Wasn't too bad. Steve saying blah, Oldberg. It's an okay match. Ricochet was victorious. Then this led to Ricochet and Cesaro versus Sheamus and Rich Holland. This kind of felt like this match was quick, and Sheamus and Rich Holland won. So, and then after that, we had Jimmy Uso versus Erik from the Viking Raiders. This was a quick match. Jimmy Uso won. So it seems like the first 3 matches were really short. It really felt that way, honestly. But I'll talk more about it overall at the end. I'm just trying to do this review. So, and then we had Aliyah versus Natty again. Aliyah won the match by a count out. I don't know what more to say about that. Didn't do it for me. Then we had Drew McIntyre. And Drew McIntyre Sammy basically beat up Madcap Moss and threatened to beat up Corbin. Says Steve Callahan. Steve said those 2 matches sucked. Yeah. Then, I don't know why, we had a championship contenders match. Jinder Mahal versus Shinsuke Nakamura, which was a decent match. It wasn't too bad. Shinsuke Nakamura won, and Sami Zayn was at ringside. And when we found out that in 2 weeks, Sami Zayn will get his IC title match against Nakamura. So the way I think things are going to go is Sami Zayn is taking that belt off Nakamura. And it seems like Sami Zayn is still feuding with Johnny Knoxville. So I would not be surprised if they do Johnny Knoxville versus Sami Zayn at WrestleMania, probably for the IC title. Then we had Big E and Kofi Kingston. Interesting that they're not referred to as the New Day versus Los Lotharios, which wasn't a bad match. It was an okay match. Of course, Big E and Kofi Kingston won. Poor Lotharios lost their second match. Then at the end, we had a Charlotte segment where basically we're informed by Sonya Deville that supposedly Ronda Rousey had chosen Becky Lynch as her opponent and the contract was signed. And Charlotte got to choose her opponent. She chose Sasha Banks. That was not the case. Ronda Rousey came out and says that Charlotte is owed a beatdown. And that, so basically Ronda picked Charlotte. We all saw this coming. And Charlotte says her title is her baby. It's prettier than Ronda's. First of all, you don't say that. You deserve a beatdown for saying that. And then Sonya gets involved, saying that, that Ronda needs to do what Sonya says. And basically, Sonya stops Ronda from beating up Charlotte. So, where was I? All right. So then that was pretty much how SmackDown ended. Okay. So overall, a Rampage, I would give Rampage probably a 3 out of 5, 6 out of 10. It was a decent Rampage, not that strong. This SmackDown, on the other hand, a 1.5 out of 5 and 4 out of 10, like Steve giving it, because Okay, if you guys take notes like I do, you'll be taking notes. We already had Ricochet and Cesaro versus Sheamus and Rich Holland. I think that match happened last week. It happened last week. Let me look at my notes from last week. And Rich Holland and Sheamus won, just like they won this week. Ricochet versus Sheamus happened. So we've had Aliyah versus Natty 3 times already, and Aliyah has won every single time, and now we're going to get it a 4th time. I don't know why we're going to get this match a 4th time. Then we also found out we're going to get Naomi versus Charlotte again in a championship content for the SmackDown Women's Championship. Michael 101-591 saying SmackDown's a 0 out of 10. You know, and then Nakamura is defending his IC title in a championship contenders match when he already has a number 1 contenders. I don't know why they do this to us. I don't know why. SmackDown started off strong and it started off good. But it just, SmackDown was a rerun tonight. WWE Creator took the night off, definitely. I don't know why it dipped in quality. Even if they switched the matches around, it still would not make a difference. Like, we've seen these matches. Naomi versus Charlotte, we've seen Charlotte won. Obviously, Charlotte's winning this. I don't know why the feud between Sonya and Naomi is not over yet. I honestly, I feel like pulling my hair out. I really do, because this SmackDown was pretty bad. I don't know. I mean, you hype up Goldberg, you hype up Ronda, but for what? You get the same matches you got as a couple weeks ago? No. Well, that's the biggest show of the evening. Rampage, hands down. Rampage beats SmackDown. Even Raw was better than SmackDown this week. That says something. That says a lot. It really does. Because normally SmackDown's a tad bit better than Raw. But I don't have anything else to say, or I'm done ranting for the night. But with that being said, thank you guys all so much for watching and for your continuous support. It means a lot to me. And please don't forget to like and subscribe, and make sure you hit that bell so you get notified whenever I go live or I release a new video or content. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.